What are you doing?
Just love strawberries.
Strawberries worth 4,000 rupees from a shop. Why don't you go someplace where you can eat them where they're grown fresh?
But won't that cost us like a lot more? I'm not an idiot.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be my very quest for the day, where a whole lot of people like him and people like us, we avoid going on a hill station drive thinking it's indulgence. But then, Cyrus, there are cars amidst us that will enable that hill station drive without it costing you a lot.
The journey to Mahabaleshwar and back is roughly about 250 kilometers from Pune. The cost of tanking up CNG in the Tiago NRG to its brim is rupees 900. And the distance then that the Tiago NRG will go on CNG alone is about 260 kilometers.
Alright folks, so before I throw some data at you regarding environment and before I even do the math of how CNG or how economical CNG is going to be, let me first tell you how cool the iCNG technology is.
Wait, so are you basically asking if CNG is a better fuel, a cleaner fuel as compared to petrol or diesel?
Yes, that's one of the answers that we will be on a lookout for today.
Okay, let me give you an example here. See, sulfuric gases, particulate matter, all the pollution that you can actually see in the air, all of that stuff is gone. So it burns cleaner.
In short, it's got 95% less greenhouse gas emissions. The math is 95%, Cyrus.
No, in short, it leaves less residue when it burns, period.
The good part is that CNG is available on top trims of the Tata Tiago NRG here. So you can be in the comfort of the top end features of the NRG.
Like this 8 speakers.
Yeah, that or the touchscreen infotainment display here or the digital MID instrument cluster. A good looking dash, you would say, glossy all around, and the steering mounted audio controls. I kind of agree with Tata, with respect to the car. You know what their tagline is? Impress ho jaoge. As we climb up the mountain, let's remind ourselves that we are then technically not going to be using any amount of petrol at all on this journey.
When you suggested that we are going to go to Mahabaleshwar, I was actually waiting to hit the slopes because I want to see how busy you would get with the gear system, because
Not at all.
I thought that we'd have to keep playing the gears and keep getting in the sort of the peak performance zone all the time. But this seems optimized. The power delivery seems optimized, and even in CNG mode, which it is in right now, it still feels grunty, it still seems grunty.
It is grunty. In fact, I'm shifting into the third gear, going up an incline. I was not expecting a sophisticated driving experience with the CNG. It is having grunt, like you said, yes, and it's smooth. It's consistent.
Will a CNG car be underpowered? And on paper, although the figure is slightly less on CNG or on CNG mode as compared to driving it on petrol, frankly it doesn't appear so, because honestly you seem to be going up the hill at a pretty brisk pace.
Yeah, and I think the CNG technology, I mean the iCNG technology here, it's just a very impressive one. So I think modern days CNG vehicles have come of the age.
It's got energy, or should we say NRG, because of course this is the Tiago NRG, it's the cross hatchback version, and that means we've got 168 mm of ground clearance.
Yes, ground clearance.
You know what I like to do with my
cladding.
ground clearance? I like to go rough roading or off-roading. This time we can go off-roading on CNG.
To think of it, yes we can. I mean, yes you can.
Damn, this is really good off-road, yeah. Look at it, look how comfortable it is.
The car's taking it all really well. It feels solidly built, it feels robust, doesn't feel like it's going to fall apart. And the suspension's really well tuned, even
Incredibly
for all
well
kinds of
done.
roads. No?
Yep.
I mean, that's the whole package, and that's why the Tiago NRG becomes so potent.
Also, those claddings, I mean, yes, they're useful here because if you go against brush or like leaves and stuff like that, it won't scratch your car. They actually become really, really potent vehicles in the right hands because, as we can see, this proves that you don't need an SUV. That you do not need an SUV, a big, bulky SUV with four-wheel drive to go and explore stuff. And all of this, it's still in CNG mode.
Do you believe that CNG is safer than its petrol or diesel variants or not? Because in reality, it's a myth when we end up thinking that CNG could be unsafe. It's not. Firstly, the iCNG technology will cut off the supply in case of any thermal incidents. But there's also micro switch here that Tata has installed. So if your fuel lid is open, it will not let you start the car. Things like these. But more importantly, CNG itself as a gas, it's gas, right? So it's lightweight.
It dissipates much faster than petrol.
So if there is a leak, it will dissipate faster into the atmosphere. And the technology here, it also has special nozzles to do just that. Or the iCNG technology can also cut off the gas supply altogether.
This thing genuinely feels super solidly built, as if it won't break apart.
And scores 4 stars on Global
NCAP, of course. That's why it feels so solid as well. I'm sorry, I'm going to go a little bit faster.
Yeah. You want to slide it a bit?
Can we?
A little bit.
Let's go. Second gear.
1, 2, 3.
If you happen to be someone who drives 80 kilometers every day in a petrol car, that gives 10 kilometers to the liter. The same 80 kilometers every day will save you close to rupees 2 lakh in a year with the Tiago NRG iCNG. All said and done, the upfront cost that you pay for a CNG variant with the Tiago NRG is totally worth it.
What's the average maintenance like on a CNG car today? Is it lower than normal?
Leaves less residue when it burns. But that's not the real lesson. The real lesson actually for all of us and for you, the math lesson is that an average lunch at a hill station like this for 2 is going to cost about 1800 rupees. While as we came here and will be going back in half as much, which is 900 rupees.
So what's going to be next?
Come.
Where?
Lifetime supply of strawberries.